Hi, I'm Brett Williams, Mr. Marriage. And I just wanted to take a second to let you know who I am and what I'm all about. And actually, this is the second time that I've filmed this, because the first time I thought was too boring, too, impersonal. So that's what I want to do in retaping this, is to give you a better picture, a more personal picture of who I am and why I do what I do. Why am I Mr. Marriage? Well, it starts back, all the way back, and this goes way back, to my first memory. I think it's my first memory. It's hard to tell. Those things change. But I remember being a little kid, and I was probably about 4 or 5 years old, and I remember my parents were in the family room, living room area, and they were fighting. And it was the beginning of the end of their marriage, and I maybe knew it, maybe didn't know it, but boy, the fighting scared me. It really bothered me. So I remember as a little kid thinking, I gotta stop. I gotta stop them from fighting. I can't let this go on, because my fear was that they weren't going to like each other, that they were going to break up, that the marriage was going to be over, the family was going to be over, and I'm just a little kid. I'm scared to death about all that. So I remember distinctly getting up in between them and putting my hands out and looking at both of them and saying, stop, stop, stop. And at that moment in time, all of their frustration, all of their anger, all of their irritation at each other and in that conflict focused down on me. Get out of here, Brett. Go to your room. Brett, Bart, whoever you are. I have a twin, so they never got us right. But I remember just being shunned away. And in my head, it left a message. And the message was a conflict. I call it my mental push you, pull me. And the message was, I want to help. I want to save our family. I want to save their marriage. I want to try to do something to keep them together. And the message was, I can't. Consciously or unconsciously, 4 years old, this message is in my head. And the rest of my adult life, I began to want to learn how to help, want to learn how to fix, change, support, encourage, build marriages. And so that's my career. For years and years and years, I am learning every technique, every new style, every new approach there was. I want to learn it. I want to learn it because I want to be the best. And I want to work my best with every client I ever see. And I did. I absolutely did. But inside of me, there were always moments of doubt. There were always moments of conflict. There were always moments of wondering if I couldn't do it. Maybe this next client I won't be able to help. Maybe this next client I won't be able to do it for. And so there was that constant battle inside of me. I want to help, but I really can't help. I want to help, but I really can't help. So I was at an Anthony Robbins taping, and he was taping his new show. And the man is generous. The man is a giver beyond giving. And at one point in the show, he stops the taping and says, hey, I want to give to you guys, the audience, something. I want to give you guys a gift for being here, for being a part of the taping and being part of the program. And so Anthony gets up there and he says, I want you to take your earliest childhood memory. Well, that was pretty easy for me. I knew which one that was. And think about it and see it from your point of view and begin to live that memory. And so I did. I started thinking about it from my point of view, which was very familiar to me. I knew it very intimately. And then he said, now look at it from a second person point of view. Look at it from the adult point of view, the parent's point of view, or whoever else was there. And so I started looking at that memory from an adult point of view. How would I look at it if I was the adult there now? And it became really clear to me that the message that I walked away with, which was, I want to help, but I can't, wasn't true at all. The message was, this isn't about you. This is about them. My parents were feeling failures like failures themselves. My parents were struggling themselves. My parents were hurting themselves. And what came out of their mouth was hurt. What came out of their mouth was frustration. What came out of their, even their emotions was failure. And I owned that and personalized that and thought it was me. But it was them. And it was very helpful. And releasing, freeing. But the experience didn't stop there. Then Tony said, okay, take it one more step. Now, see it from the point of view of God. How does God look at that memory? How did God see it when it happened? And I began to look back, and I began to see it from God's point of view. And it was amazing. Because what I saw was this little boy who was scared. What I saw were these two adults that were scared. And yet what I saw was a God who was in charge. We were out of control. He was in charge. And what I saw was a message. And the message was, this is your destiny. This is you, Brett. This is what you're about. And the message went from, I want to help, I can't, to, I want to help, this is my destiny. This is what God has chosen me to do. And He gave me that memory, He gave me that experience as a kid to really burn in my heart this desire and passion to help in marriages, to help families. I've never been through a divorce and never want to go through a divorce. But I've been through my parents, and I know the pain, and I know the hurt, and I know the devastation from the adult point of view and from the kid point of view. And I want to stop it. I want to help couples. I want to be there to change your life and to give you everything that you need. And I'm Mr. Marriage because God gave that as my direction, as my destiny, as what I am, who I am, and what I'm to do. Thanks for listening. Again, I am Mr. Marriage. And I hope to talk to you soon on helptalking.com. Thanks. Take care.